In December of 2017, I embarked on this new Motivational Strategies pathways. And 16 speeches later, I'm about to wrap it up. I know what you're thinking. It took you how long to do 16 speeches? 32 months. Look, I was busy. I was conducting some long-term research on men and pairing them to my long list of favorite IPAs. That takes time. In case you're not as pagan as I am and don't know what an IPA is, it's a beer. International Pale Ale, to be exact. A very hoppy, full of flavor, and as diverse as men themselves. In all seriousness, in these 32 months, I don't know that I've motivated anyone to do anything. In fact, I think I might have motivated you not to do something. Like when I spoke about traveling to Sedona, where I cried uncontrollably the whole time I was there because I connected with a nearby vortex of energy. Oh, it's so beautiful. Or when I had to choose my preferred communication style, and I landed on eclectic. Come on, I'm a Gemini. I have 5 favorite colors. Or when I impersonated my son, giving my own eulogy. I know. What kind of mother does that? Or better yet, when I tried to recruit you on that $22 billion heist with Sheikh Khalifa. Remember, we were going to take all that sand from Kelso Dunes and dump it in Dubai for those island homes that were sinking? Okay. So maybe I have motivated some of you to do a mindful minute before a meeting, to be a bit more fearless, to meditate, to quiet some of the 60,000 mundane, knucklehead thoughts we have every day. And maybe I even inspired some of you ladies to make a list of the 3+ things you most love about yourself and join me in a photo shoot. But more than likely, I've just entertained you with my dating stories, real or otherwise. As this 32-month, 16-speech pathway draws to a close, I want to share 3 things that I've learned. Number 1, you tell your story. The more open, the more authentic, the more vulnerable you are, the more credible you're going to be to your audience, and the more you're going to connect with it. And the less you'll have to remember. Number 2, learn to laugh at yourself. These last 32 months, among other things, up that I dance when I speak. It used to be salsa, but I'm from Cuba, so I guess that's okay. But most recently, I've caught myself on Zoom rocking it. So I decided, whoa, I'm just gonna stand from now on. And the 3rd thing, just have fun with it. Earlier this year, I got asked to host the area speech contest. And at first I said, sure, no problem. And then I went, oh crap, what have I gotten myself into? I've competed a couple times, but I've never hosted anything. And then I said, you know what, just roll with it. Just have fun with it. And I did. So much so that someone from the audience asked me if I did improv. Who, me? Silly. Great idea. In looking back, Toastmasters, for me, has been a life changer. It's been both formative and transformative. I've grown not only as a speaker, thinker, but also as a leader. In the last 32 months, I managed to get myself elected to president twice in a row. Nobody else wanted. And I've learned so much about collaboration, about individual strengths, about trust, about delegating. There's a lot of respect and inclusion in this club, as we found out through some feedback we received recently. And every opinion is heard and counts. I am extremely honored to be part of this club and to know the amazing people that dwell within it. 4 years ago, I walked into Toastmasters praying no one would ask me my name. And now, I can't wait to start on my new pathways, engage in humor, and maybe land an improv gig or two. Zoom permitting, I'm going to roll a video with some clips from a couple of contests that I joined and the one that I hosted. So bear with me here as we roll tape. So I started dating, and I thought I'd share with you what I've learned about men. The first thing I've learned is that men love to be touched. I would never come to Toastmasters to talk about that. And what about the bald guys? That's a friend, right? Look, bald guy, you're exposed to the elements. And in Southern California, that's sun, rain, wildfires, mudslides. And a little story. A couple friend of mine driving home from a party. They pass a McDonald's. She turns to him, says, "Are you hungry?" He says, "No." Drives on. You know where I'm going with this, right? They get home, she's huffing and puffing, and he can't understand why. You knew I was hungry, why didn't you stop? He didn't know you were hungry, you didn't say so. Baby, small words, small phrases, don't give him the backstory, give him the synopsis. I'm hungry, stop. She would have gotten fed, he would have gotten validated. Men, on the other hand, have waffle brains. Boxes, compartments. The souping up the car compartment. The watching TV compartment. The drinks with the guys compartment. The work compartment. The sexual drive compartment. 2.5 times that of women. This was no ordinary party. This was a Cuban party. And if you know anything about Cubans, you know we love our plátanos fritos, fried plantains, moros y cristianos, Moors and Christians, and ropa vieja, old clothes. We drink mojitos and Cuba Libres, we dance salsa and we shake our hips a lot. And we throw great I was born in Cuba. So if you know anything about Cubans, you know we love a great party. So kids' birthdays are just another excuse for adults to get together and have a good time. So on my 5th birthday, my parents, of course, threw a big party. We lived in Guanao, which is a residential beach town. And I'm with my dad, and we're all having a good time. And all of a sudden, he passes me a glass of beer. You know, and I guess I was supposed to take a sip. But I drank the whole thing. What? I didn't get any side effects. I haven't been able to remember much after that. So Tarzan finally shows up. And he's not on a Harley, and he's not wearing club, so I let him in. And we chat for a while. And then I send him off to go hunt me some food. Her eyes started to twitch, and she started to squirm and contort, her skeletal limbs flailing in the air. I froze, because I knew what that was. Se le subió el muerto. Translation, she uploaded the dead man. Her eyes rolled back, and when she spoke, she sounded like a Nigerian Tony Robbins with a back case of herpes. The whole party went silent. Even Mark Anthony knew to stop singing. Last week, I happened to see his profile online, and I noticed he'd added, "If you're Cuban, don't even bother." To my profile, I added, "Exotic fruit vendors over 6 feet tall need not apply." I paid for this. This is great. Thank you. That is it. Madam Toastmaster?
All right.